What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Christian Elijah, and I'm just another guy who happens to be trans. Now, today's video is going to be on 5 ways the society treats me differently now as a white guy than prior to living as a woman. Number one thing that is the first thing that I really started noticing when I started quote unquote passing as my authentic self was that guys talk to me a lot different. I thought I was one of the boys always as a butch lesbian, but I really wasn't until I actually started looking like one. Now there's just this respect, this camaraderie, this like I see you, you see me kind of thing, even the head nods as I'm walking down the street. And going into stores, there's just the respect that I never really thought that I was going to deal with that was a little bit different than even living as a butch lesbian. Number 2, so I'm a pretty sarcastic guy. I like to joke a lot. I like to talk a lot of crap, and now, it's more of a threat. So if I talk to someone the wrong way or say something sideways or stare too hard or anything like that, I'm seen as a threat. So I've had to kind of watch what I say and try to gauge the room, I guess you could say, because before, no one's going to hit a girl, right? But they have no problem hitting a guy. I luckily haven't got any physical altercations, but I just have to, sometimes I have to puff myself up if I'm in a situation where I feel like maybe I look too weak. And I never had to do that before. I was never, ever afraid of physical violence. And that's, unfortunately, I live in the city, I live in Los Angeles, and that's something I do have to take into account. I think one time I stepped on this guy's shoes and on accident on the train, and there's an energy that is not an energy that I normally have ever felt before. So, take that into consideration. Number 3, one of my favorite things that I don't have to deal with anymore is guys telling me they can get me to switch sides. Or telling me I haven't had the right kind of man, so I don't get hit on by men, or I get hit on by gay men, but it's different. I don't get hit on by straight men telling me that they can change me, or that, they're just the right man for me, or I don't really know what I like, and different things like that. So that's one stress that I haven't had to deal with in so long, and it's actually something that is amazing, and I'm so glad I don't have to deal with it, because it was so frustrating, so ignorant, and just, and I'm glad I've never said to anybody, oh, I can just get you to switch sides. You've never had a man like me, kind of a thing. So that's one of my favorite things, is not having to get hit on by straight guys and them telling me how to switch, they can get me to switch sides. Number 4. One of the biggest and hardest adjustments was the way I talk to women. So I'm a really friendly guy. I say hi, how are you doing? I like to talk in stores. I walk with my dog, and I like to talk to people and ask them about their dogs. And, just adjusting to the fact that I'm just so friendly and so open. Sometimes women will take that as like I'm coming on to them or I'm flirting with them, when I'm really not. I'm just trying to be friendly. Something that's just been hard is just learning how to talk to women in a non-threatening way, because unfortunately women see men as a threat, especially in today's climate. Sometimes I'm walking to my car, I'm just walking my dog, and I'll say hi, how are you doing, to someone, and they'll either give me this the look of death, or they'll just ignore me completely. So adjusting to how I talk to women has been a real difference. And especially if the woman's with her boyfriend, I try not to talk directly to the woman. I talk to the boyfriend, and kind of just try to, go back and forth, meeting his eyes, meeting her eyes, just because I don't want to seem like I'm trying to flirt with her in front of him or show any disrespect. And, unfortunately, this is just the way the world is. But it's something that's been really hard for me to adjust to. If you relate to any of these things and you see value in this video, hit like. And if you want to share anything that you've been through, drop a comment below what you've gone through, how you've adjusted, and what are the biggest changes you think society is treating you differently. But let's go to the last one, number 5. Number 5. Another thing that was just a really big adjustment was the fact that I can't talk to kids the same as I used to. So I grew up in a big Mormon family. I have 3 brothers, 3 sisters. I think my mom has like 10 siblings. They all have a bunch of kids. So I just have been surrounded by kids my whole life. I'm a big kid at heart. And I no longer go up to people and tell people how cute their kids are. Unfortunately, because of today's climate and things that have happened, people just think it's creepy when guys comment on how cute their kids are. So if I'm going to talk to somebody or or want to, say something to their kid, I just sometimes think, oh, that's a cute kid, but I don't actually go up to them anymore. I really try to feel the mother out, and if she's talking to me and communicating with me, then I'll say, oh, your kid's really cute, but I'm not gonna, I don't, sit and look at a playground and be like, oh, that's so nice that these kids are playing and having a good time. I just really watch myself around people's kids, and I have, my friends who've known me, they don't have a big deal with me, making, me hanging out with them or playing with them or anything like that. But I really don't go up to strangers anymore. Not like a woman who could just go up to a stranger, grab some kid's cheeks and be like, oh, you're so freaking cute. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't think other people feel comfortable doing. Other women really feel comfortable. If I do that, I sometimes women will clutch their pearls, and I just, I'm just trying to find this, figure out and follow the rules of social engagement, I guess you could say. I don't think it's right. I think that sometimes guys get a bad rap because there's bad men out there who do bad things, but the good guys get a bad rap because, we're just as fun loving and affectionate and nurturing as women can be sometimes, even more so. But it is the way that it is, and so until things change, I'm just gonna follow this, what, the energy of the room, I guess, like I said earlier, is. It makes me feel more comfortable. It makes probably the woman feel more comfortable. And so I kind of just go with the flow in that sense. Thanks for joining me for this video. There's some other videos that I have on what to expect when transitioning, and I'll add them in one of these to one of these sides. I think it's this side. I'll add it to one of these sides. It goes over the physical changes, sexual changes, sexuality changes, and things like that. So if you have any questions and want to learn anything else, just let a brother know. And I hope you have a wonderful day and stay safe. Bye.